I'm Chris Seislove, and this is the Blue Force Gear Shotshell pouch. Super excited about the Shotshell pouch. There is a ton of innovation going on here that is going to directly carry over to a hell of a lot more capabilities for today's, assault breacher, shotgun breacher. So the Shotshell pouch is a 12 gauge load carriage assembly, specifically with a bunch of key, design requirements in here, specifically for your 12 gauge breacher, your assault breacher, so to speak. So somebody that's in the stack that has a breaching shotgun with them, that's gonna have to use it continually throughout whatever operation you're doing. So once over the world, starting from the front here, the Shotshell pouch holds 7 rounds. However, there's 2 split flaps, or 2 separate flaps. And I'll get into the deep whys of this once I get some kit up here and we can really shoot the deeps on mounting options and usability options and ergonomics. But two split flaps so that you don't have to deal with one giant flap to get one shell that you need to plus up your shotgun with. The flaps are reversible. And again, once I get some kit up here, we can talk about why. And they are also removable. So you can pull one or both of these off completely to have, one side is exposed for extremely rapid use, the other side not exposed for dirt, dust, debris, mud, whatever. Just lots of options there. All right, coming around to the back of the pouch, we have Helium Whisper. It's a Blue Force Gear pouch. So of course there's going to be a Helium Whisper, but this time we put a little twist on it. And this Helium Whisper design can be mounted either vertically via these 2 long flaps or horizontally. And again, that is for just maximum options for the assault breacher on where he's going to mount it, how he's going to mount it, why he's going to mount it like that. So this pouch can be mounted on your kit either like this or like this. So lots of great innovation in the rear of the pouch. On the inside of the pouch, you're going to find the military grade elastic that we've sewn into loops for the shotgun shells. So as the pouch kind of, holding it in my hands like this and opening it up and maneuvering these 2 blips that are on the pouch, that's all cool. You're probably really not going to appreciate this pouch until I get some kit up here on this table to talk about all of the design features that went into this to make sure that, it's going to be optimal for any shotgun breacher. So now that I have some equipment up here, we can really start to talk about what this does and why it does it like that, really well. So for those of you that may not have done something like this, typically shotgun breachers have those little short shotguns hanging out back here somewhere, either on their right side or their left side. Those tiny little breaching shotguns are fantastic for all things except for magazine capacity. So basically the SOP, every effing time you pull it out and pull the trigger, you're frickin' topping it off just in case you run into another door, another thing that's gonna take 3 or 4 rounds to get through. So anyway, it's something that you're constantly manipulating. Got to keep it fed so that we can use it, which sounds simple enough, but when you start mixing all the other elements of your load carriage, your pistol, additional breaching tools, life support equipment, mission support equipment, things get real messy real quick. This pouch was designed to make at least that portion of it very unmessy. So first and foremost, if you are carrying a shotgun on your right side and you're right-handed, it's like, hey, this pouch would go amazing right here, or even right here if you want to do a bottom pull or a side pull. And having played with this concept a while, this as it sits is not a snag hazard, which is kind of like muy importante when you're working in tight spaces with sharp objects and people everywhere. So that's good. But the ergonomics of getting shells out of the pouch and loading them into the shotgun was kind of better, I found, if I mounted it with the flaps, the blips, the ball loaded index point facing the center of my body. So I could reach up with my hand, pull that flap back. I got my shotgun shells facing to pull out of the elastic. So it comes out, goes into the shotgun, easy day. If the flaps kind of just stay flappy, not a big deal, but super easy to close them up. And again, I don't have one giant flap to pull off to get one shell. I have these split flap design. At first I was like, is that really that big a deal? And then through using it, it was like, oh yeah, it's a big deal. It really helps. So, or if I'm of the mindset where it's like, hey, I'm actually gonna remove the flap completely. I'm gonna remove that top flap, maybe, so that my 3 top ones are exposed for just rapid access and, you know, not so worried about the snag hazard. But the ones on the bottom are completely covered just in case these 3 magically go missing throughout the operation. It's like, at least I got 4 down here that are not that. So just a lot of options. Yeah, and the fact that the pouch is either vertical mounted, so if I mounted it like this is perfect for me. I got my blips facing forward so I can just sweep them, always find them, load shotgun shells. Or if for whatever reason I was, you know, had a rough day and mounted it this way, and then I was like, oh shit, I would like these to be reversed. No problem, just pull the flaps out, reinstall them so they're facing that way. So that's our kind of vertical mounting options. You can also go horizontal. 1, 2, 1, 2. So if your requirement was to carry 14, you know, your standard loadout was 3 in the gun plus 14 on your kit. 2 of these things, you can put them right here, or anywhere else on your kit. I ran these on a belt, so this would also fit beautifully right here. And same deal with the flaps. If you want to have the blips facing down to pull up and then grab shells, or you can reverse the flaps, you know, or the entire pouch if you would like, to rip down on the flap to get it open to pull shells. Whatever, you know, little ergonomics or little manipulations you want in this pouch, you can pretty much find it by playing with the flaps or playing with the mounting orientation. Is that the right word? We're still allowed to say orientation, right? So whatever ergonomics is going to be, whatever ergonomics you're going to find optimal for you as a shotgun breacher, mounting it on your strong side to run shells, or if you mount it on your sport side, you're going to get all those options just absolutely perfectly executed with this Blue Force Gear Shotshell pouch.